हारने से कभी न डरना, क्योंकि हार जैसी कोई चीज नहीं होती, या तो जीत मिलती है या सीख. Namaskar, welcome to PT Pointers. And in this video, we are going to cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, Press Information Bureau, and Live Mint. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. And our first headline is related to Statue of Oneness. And ये न्यूज में भी इसलिए है क्योंकि recently मध्य प्रदेश चीफ मिनिस्टर inaugurated the grand statue of Adi Shankaracharya in Omkareshwar, and the statue has been named the Statue of Oneness. It is developed along the lines of the Mahakal Lok Corridor. Now let's know more about Adi Shankaracharya. So friends, he was 8th century Indian philosopher and theologian who consolidated the doctrine of Advaita Vedanta. He worked to connect the country culturally, and he also worked to spread the essence of the Vedas to common people. Our next headline is related to Ponzi scheme, and ये news में भी इसलिए है क्योंकि it is observed that many investors lost their hard-earned money in the Ponzi scheme. Now let's know more about Ponzi scheme. So friends, it is an investment fraud that pays existing investors with funds collected from new investors, and Ponzi scheme organizers often promise to invest money and generate high returns with little or no risk. But in many Ponzi schemes, the fraudsters don't invest the money. Instead, they use it to pay those who invested earlier and may keep some for themselves. Now, there are some safeguards against the Ponzi schemes in India. So, friends, they are banned under Price Chit and Money Circulation Banning Act 1978. It is a central act, but respective state governments are the enforcement agency of this law. Ponzi schemes are also dealt with by Enforcement Directorate under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. Our next headline is related to Climate Ambition Summit, जो कि recently conclude हुई है, and it was designed to showcase leaders who are movers or doers and have credible actions, policies, and plans to keep the 1.5 degrees Celsius goal of the Paris Agreement alive and deliver climate justice to those on the front lines of the climate crisis. But the recent Climate Ambition Summit was marked by the absence of major economies like China, US, and India, who collectively account for about 42% of the global greenhouse gas emissions. Now let's look at the India's transition plans. So friends, India last updated its climate pledges in 2022 of reducing emissions intensity by 45% from 2005 levels by 2030, and government committed to meet 50% of its electric power needs from renewable non-fossil fuel energy sources, which is up from 40% committed at the Paris Agreement. Our next headline is related to Bharatanatyam, and ये न्यूज में भी इसलिए है क्योंकि Bharatanatyam dancer Saroja Vaidyanathan passed away recently. She was given the Padma Shri in 2002 and Padma Bhushan in 2013. Now let's know about Bharatanatyam. So friends, it is a popular classical dance form in South India, and its performance involves carefully choreographed and well-practiced combination of eye movements, expressions, hand gestures, steps, and dance, and it typically involves intense and strong movements, and it is known to be very beautifully showcased art of storytelling. Now recently, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare launched an AI chatbot which will be integrated with PM Kisan scheme. It is aimed at empowering farmers with user-friendly and accessible platform, and it is currently available in English, Hindi, Bengali, Odia, and Tamil, and will soon be available in all 22 official languages of the country. Now let's know about PM Kisan scheme. तो फ्रेंड्स, ये एक सेंट्रल सेक्टर स्कीम है with 100% funding from the government of India. The scheme offers an annual financial benefit of 6,000 in 3 equal installments to eligible farmers' family through direct benefit transfer modes. And definition of family for the scheme is husband, wife, and minor children. Our next headline is related to Booker Prize. एंड ये न्यूज में भी इसलिए है क्योंकि इंडियन ओरिजिन ऑथर चेतना मारू's novel Western Lanes shortlisted in the Booker Prize 2023. Now let's know more about Booker Prize. So friends, it is the leading literary award in English speaking world and it has brought recognition, reward and readership to outstanding fiction for over 5 decades, and each year the prize is awarded to what is, in the opinion of the judges, the best sustained work of fiction written in English and published in the UK and Ireland. Now, recently, India and Nepal approved plans to enhance their cross border transmission infrastructure to boost electricity trade during 14th meeting of joint technical team. And do you know friends, India and Nepal share unique ties of friendship and cooperation characterized by an open border and deep-rooted people-to-people contacts of kinship and culture. And there has been a long tradition of free movement of people across the border. And Nepal shares a border with 5 Indian states, and these are Sikkim, West Bengal, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and Uttarakhand. And India-Nepal Treaty of Peace and Friendship of 1950 forms the bedrock of the special relations that exist between both the countries. Our next headline is related to Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana SEHAT scheme, जो कि लॉन्च हुई थी 2020 में, and it was aimed to extend health insurance coverage to all residents of Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. It provides free of cost insurance cover to all residents of the Jammu and Kashmir. So with this, let's conclude our today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.